Today we're going to recap a thriller movie titled The Menu. This movie is about a chef who invites some rich people to his restaurant just to kill them during the party. The movie starts with two friends, Margot and Tyler, waiting for a boat that will take them to Hawthorne, a famous restaurant located on an island owned by a chef named Julian Slowick. The boat arrives with other guests, including a food critic, Lillian, and her editor, Ted, a wealthy couple, a movie star and a secretary, and three businessmen. When the journey starts, all of them are served a special dessert that impresses Tyler. When the guests arrive at the island, they are warmly welcomed by the restaurant staff. The head of the staff, Elsa, welcomes everybody while she points at Tyler being with a different girl this time. Tyler explains that Miss Weltevelt could no longer make the trip, so he's accompanied by Margot. During their tour of the island, they all see the house of Chef Slowick. Elsa tells them that it is prohibited to go inside the chef's house, even for the staff. Afterward, the guest arrives at the restaurant and the doors close. Margot is observing everything suspiciously when Elsa takes her to the table where Margot and Tyler will have their meals. Elsa tells everybody that they can see cooks preparing the meals, but nobody can take a photograph. Tyler takes Elsa to a cook and tells her about the meal the cook is preparing. When Tyler gets into a conversation with one of the cooks, he is surprised to know that the cook knows his name. The cook tells Tyler that all members of the staff know the names of all the guests. Shortly after, the first meal is served, and everybody seems to enjoy it while Tyler secretly takes a photo of the meal. After they finish their first meal, Chef Slowick for the first time addresses them. He tells the guests that they should taste and enjoy all the delicacies that are served instead of just eating them. He clearly wants them to feel the effort put into making the meals. The next meal is then served, which is made of all the edibles on the island. The wealthy couple, while eating the meal, explains it is eating the ocean. Shortly after, the next meal, which is a breadless bread plate, is served. The guests are impressed with the chef's culinary skills, but Slowick doesn't seem to be happy with the positive response. Meanwhile, one of the businessmen asks for a piece of bread, but Elsa argues with him that the bread will not be served as per the chef's orders. Chef Slowick comes to Margot's table and asks her why she has not even touched any of his meals. Margot argues with him about the portion, and the chef leaves in anger. Tyler scolds Margot for humiliating the chef, but before the next meal, the chef introduces everybody to his mother and tells them how he stabbed his alcoholic father in the thigh to save his mother's life. Everybody gets scared after listening to the story. The next meal, which is a chicken thigh stabbed with scissors along with tortillas, is then served. Everybody gets confused when they see disturbing photos on the tortillas. Those photos remind them of their pasts. Margot gets suspicious about the meals and gets into an argument with Tyler. She goes to the ladies' room to smoke, where she gets confronted by the chef. Slowick asks her why she is not eating any of his meals, to which Margot says that she is not hungry. In the further scenes, we see a cook killing himself with a gun before his dish is being served. Everybody screams with horror while Slowick tells them that it's just part of a show. Afterward, the next meal is served, and the guests are forced to eat it as well. Meanwhile, the wealthy couple tries to leave but is confronted by the guards. One of the guards cut off a finger of the wealthy old man. In the further scenes, we see the owner of the island being drowned. Before serving the next meal, Slowick allows a female employee, Catherine, to stab him as he had sexually abused him. The chef then gives a chance to all the males to escape the island while allowing Catherine to have a meal with the females. Catherine tells the ladies that it was her idea to kill everybody in the restaurant. When the male guests fail to escape the island, they are brought back to the restaurant, and Slowick tells everybody that all of them will be killed before the night ends. He tells them that it is because of them that he lost his interest in cooking. Slowick then secretly asks Margot about her whereabouts, to which she reveals that she is an escort named Anne. Slowick realizes that Margot was brought by Tyler because a single person was not allowed to join the party. Slowick allows Margot to choose whether she wants to die with the guests or his staff. Margot asks for some time for her to make her decision. Afterward, Slowick orders Tyler to prepare a meal and humiliates him in front of everyone, while Margot accepts to join Slowick's staff. Slowick asks Margot to bring a barrel for the dessert. Margot sees Tyler hanging with a rope before going to bring the barrel. In further scenes, we see Margot secretly sneaking into Slowick's home, where she is confronted by Elsa. Both of them get into a fight, and Elsa gets killed. Margot finds that Slowick is fond of making cheeseburgers. Before leaving the place, she reports to a police station about the situation through the radio. After some time, a police officer arrives at the restaurant, but everybody realizes that the officer is also working for Slowick. We see Margot standing in front of everybody as she asks for a cheeseburger. Slowick makes a cheeseburger for her happily. Margot eats it and compliments Slowick on it. She then asks if she could take some for her way back. Slowick happily agrees to her and allows her to leave. In the end, we see everybody getting killed as the restaurant is set on fire. Margot is watching the restaurant ablaze while she eats her cheeseburger on a boat. With this scene, the movie ends.